Good morning, everyone. It is day 19, the 19th of June. I'm hiding in the shed today to avoid the weather until I have to go out to train. And I want to start off today by bringing you a pre-recorded section of a podcast. And yeah, let's get into that. I've been thinking for a while, I wanted to get a guest on to chat a little bit about YouTube, about life in lockdown, about their experiences, and that's an old college friend of mine called Sharmarke. When he started releasing YouTube videos, I was a huge fan of his content. He was just as funny in these vlogs as I remember him being in college. So I'm going to try and call him now and we'll have a bit of a chat. And I am going to invite the man. There we go. And we're live.
And we're live.
So what have you been up to in 6 years?
Sheesh. What are we? And I graduated uni.
When was that?
Huh? Last year.
Oh, that okay.
Yeah, went to Westminster.
So you're in
Finished
London,
that,
yeah.
and became a full-fledged adult now. Just
Yeah,
out here in the world, man.
qualified as an adult. Well,
Qualified.
because I know that's not all you've been doing. Because I've had the well, I remember what the times we had in college, but now I've seen some of those moments and some of that humor reborn again in the form of your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which was, when did that start?
With the YouTube channel, so like basically I've been doing this thing with my friends called Inspire, like Inspire Podcasts and Inspire like UK, it's like some YouTube thing.
Yeah.
And we've been running a podcast for a while, and sort of my friends, they're kind of like a talented group.
Yeah.
So like one of them is like a pretty good like graphic artist, like developer, all that kind of stuff, and another one is like very good at video editing, stuff like that.
I've
So
seen that. Yeah.
I was just kind of like and I wanted to kind of do something. I was kind of inspired, like sort of by them to like just kind of make my own thing as well. I decided, you know what, let me just try and make videos. And I was like nervous like for it. I was like, self-confidence was like very like low for like, because for so long I've been doing things with my friends, so when it's a lot easier to do it with people because it's not necessarily just based on you.
Yeah, it's true.
So I was like, let me just make 1 minute videos for Instagram. So it was kind of like this weird self bubble that I'll just kind of like grow my confidence in, kind of thing.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, and then as I was like making more like footage, I realized, I can't put all of this in a minute. So like there was like about an extra like 5 minutes worth of content. So I was kind of like, let me just chuck that on YouTube.
Yeah.
As kind of like an extra thing, I guess. And then like surprisingly, like, people kind of enjoyed the videos, and I was like, oh, maybe I should like promote this stuff.
I mean, for me as well, that's kind of, YouTube is new in the sense that when I was younger, I put out music a lot.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think for me, I had produced something that felt personal, and then I had to put it out there where, it was open to criticism, and you've kind of put it there. You've spent however much time putting it together, and then you go, okay, this is my work, and then it's very easy for people to just go, nah. And actually, sometimes for me, the biggest criticism, if someone came back and said, oh, I hate this for this, and this, that's actually easier. For me, it was when someone kind of go, I'm not interested, don't even show me. For some reason, that felt worse, because it was like, in your world, this thing is really important, and then you're trying to show it. You're like, I've spent this or something, and they're like, yeah, and it, literally the people that would be like, oh yeah, I'll listen to that at some point. That was the worst for me than the people that actually would hate. And I think after
Mm,
a while, you do realize that some people will kind of gravitate towards your stuff, and they'll find a place in their day or in their week or in their month to enjoy
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and other people won't. This new YouTube channel, which is for my company, which is is meant to be the kind of entertainment side
Side
of
of
the
it,
business. So everything else I do is built around working with
yeah.
clients online, in person, and then this side of things should be where we get to use the skills of the editor I work with, and
Yeah.
everything towards
Is
making
everything
things that.
sick? I won't lie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I will cut that. I'm sure he will edit out what you just said. Make sure that's in the vlog because he but yeah, so he's been putting together a lot of stuff with me, and it's kind of what we realized is the reason that this vlog and this daily vlog series is possible is because we're in pretty much the 1 month in the history of time that we could actually do this, and
Yeah.
that is he's going to be moving a little bit further away from me at the end of the month anyway. We usually live very close.
Mm,
um he usually works for himself, for his own company, as an editor, doing events and doing stuff all the time. I
yeah.
usually would be working part-time as trainer, part-time. So it would never be possible to be doing 2 hours
Yeah.
of training a day,
Yeah.
strict nutrition, and then also on top of that, come back and edit and work.
Yeah.
Do I mean, it takes a big part of the day,
Yeah.
and I think that wouldn't have been possible a couple of months ago when we both had our work to do,
Yeah.
and it won't be possible. I mean, so we've tied in. There's a very unusual like Venn diagram where we have uh, lack of work and we have global pandemic,
Yeah.
and then in the middle of that there is the opportunity to create a 30-day vlog,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
That's
it's like
crazy.
so that's where we looked at it. And also the month started on Monday the 1st, which to me was very, that was a sign that if you
Yeah.
wanted to start some kind of challenge, Monday the
Oh,
1st.
actually.
Yeah, so it was Monday the 1st.
Yeah.
So yeah, cheers for that, man. I'm gonna close this one up, and
Yeah.
I'll speak to you very soon.
All right, bro.
Amazing. Take care, man. Speak to you
All right,
later.
you too, man. You too.
Cheers.